अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तों की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण गोकुलनाथ ठाकुर राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, यमुना माई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय, all glory to their all glory to their all glory to their thank you very much. Deinasmin yathadehi kaumanam yauvanam jara तथा देहांतरम प्राप्ति धीरस्ततं नमः. So, this is a statement by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. You are not this body. The first instruction for spiritual understanding is to know that I am not this body. This is the beginning. The so-called yogis, they are exercising the body, studying the psychology of the mind by charts, by so many humbugs, but our pleasure is that we are not this body. And what is the question of exercising the body and spiritual realization? If I am not this body, then how I can realize myself simply by some gymnastic process? So, this is the mistake. The Gurmis, Gyanis and the Yogis. The Gurmis, pretty worker, materialistic person, they want bodily comforts. Their only idea is how to get the best comfort of this body. This body means the senses. You have got eyes, ears, nose, mouth, tongue, hands, genitals, so many senses we have got. So as soon as we are in the bodily concept of life, immediately the necessity is power centered. But Krishna says to Arjuna that you are not this body. So therefore, my self-interest does not depend on my bodily comfort. They do not know this. Everyone at the present moment in this age, their only business is how to gratify the senses. Atheistic principle. Just like there was a great atheist, Chanakya Charvak, all classes of philosophers, they are there in India. The Western countries, they have got little information, but in India there was cultivation of all kinds of philosophy. The atheist philosophy was there. Charvak Muni is the chief of the atheist class of philosophers. So he said, hedonism, the Western philosophy is hedonism. That eat, drink, be merry and enjoy. This philosophy. So long you have got this body, eat, drink, be merry and enjoy. The Charvak Muni also said like that. Rinam kritya dhritam vijay. In India, bodily enjoyment means first tongue. Tongues enjoy everywhere. Here also. Tongues enjoy. So if we want to control our senses, therefore Bhaktivinoda Thakur, following the footsteps of previous acharyas, he says that control your tongue. Control your tongue. And in the Bhagavatam it is said, Agar Sri Krishna Namadi Navave Grayam Indriya. Without these blunt senses, we cannot understand Krishna. We not possible. The senses are so imperfect that you cannot acquire any perfect knowledge, material or spiritual, by the senses. That's not possible. Even if you cannot know perfectly the affairs of this material world, it's like they are studying the moon planet, the nearest planet. Besides this moon planet, there are millions and trillions of other planets. They cannot say anything. Because the senses are imperfect. How you can understand? I can see, say, up to 1 mile. But when there is question of millions and trillions of miles, how you can use your senses and have the perfect knowledge? So you cannot have even material knowledge perfectly by using these senses. What to speak of God and spiritual knowledge? That is beyond beyond your concept. Therefore Shastra says, Atha Sri Krishna Namadi Navavi Vyayam Indriya. If you want to know God by mental speculation, that is frog philosophy. Dr. Frog, calculating Atlantic Ocean, sitting down in the well. This is called frog philosophy. Then, how it is possible to understand? The next line is, Sevanamukhehi jivharo sanameva sudha. If you employ your tongue in the service of the Lord, He will reveal Himself to you. He will reveal. Revelation. So therefore, you have to control the tongue. What is the tongue's business? The tongue's business is taste and vibrate. So you vibrate in service of the Lord, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna means, O Krishna, O the energy of the Lord, kindly engage me in your service. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is the meaning of Hare. It is not a meaning. Oh my Lord Krishna, and oh the energy of Krishna, Radharani especially. Finally, both of you engage me in your service. As Narottam Das Thakur said, Ha ha Prabhu Nanda Suto, Vrishabhanu Suta Juto. My Lord Krishna, you are well known as the son of Nanda Maharaj, and your eternal consort, Radharani, she is also known as the daughter of King Vrishabhanu. So both of you are here. Aha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta. Karuna Kalahaiva. Now I have come to you. Please, both of you, be merciful upon. This is Hare Krishna. Be merciful upon. Narottama Dasa kahe, na chaiyo na kahe. You are lotus feet, young one. Don't neglect me or puja with your lotus feet. I think if Krishna kicks and puja, that is our get from you. You see, if Krishna kicks with his lotus feet, well, that is also great. What to speak of accepting? Just like when Krishna was kicking on the hood of the Kaliya. So the Kaliya's wife prayed, my dear sir, I do not know this culprit Kaliya, how he became so fortunate that his hood is being kicked by you. Your touch of lotus feet, great sages, saintly personal, trying to meditate upon millions of years, but this Kaliya, I do not know. What did he do in his past life that is fortunate that his food is being kicked by you? So, this is our condition, that we cannot understand Krishna by our mental situation, limitation. That is not possible. We have to engage. Sevamoki jivado. Beginning from jiva, from tongue. Tongue is the greatest enemy, and it is the greatest friend of you. If you allow the tongue to do whatever it likes, smoking, drinking, eating meat and this and that, then it is your greatest enemy. And if you do not allow the tongue, you can control the tongue, then you can control all the senses. Automatically. তার মধ্যে জুহাবতী লোভময় সুদূর তারে যেতা কঠিন সংশয় কৃষ্ণ বড় দয়াময় করিবারে জুহা যায় সপ্রসাদ অন্ন দিল ভাই সেই প্রসাদ অন্ন পাও রাধা কৃষ্ণ গুণগাও প্রেমে ডাকো সেই জন্য So tongue should be used always for glorifying the Supreme Lord. That is our business, is the tongue. And the tongue should not be allowed to anything except Krishna Prasad. Then you become liberated. Simply by controlling the tongue. And if you allow the tongue to do anything, then it is very difficult. So the spiritual education, as Krishna says, begins when you understand that I am not this body and satisfying the senses is not my business because I am not this body. If I am not this body, why shall I bother myself to satisfy the body or body needs the senses. This is the first thing. So the karmis, jnanis, yogis, they are all trying to satisfy the demands of the body. The karmis are directly doing that. Eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy. That is their pleasure. Jnani is simply trying to understand that I am not this body. Neti, 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 neti. This is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. The yogi, they are also trying to come to the point of controlling the senses by bodily exercise. Attention. So their center of activity is body. Center of activity is body. And our philosophy begins that you are not this body. When they will pass their examination in studying this body, then they may be able to understand what is their function. But our philosophy begins that you are not this body. Post-graduate study. You are not this body. That is Krishna's instruction. We have seen so many big politicians and scholars in India. They write comments on Bhagavad Gita, but they write on this bodily concept of life. We have seen in our country, the great leader, Mahatma Gandhi, his photo is in Bhagavad Gita. But what did he do? Throughout his whole life, his body becomes, I am India. I am Indian. Nationalism means that's bodily concept of life. I am Indian, I am American, I am Canadian. But we are not this body. Then where is the question of I am Indian, I am American, I am Canadian? So they have no this knowledge, the bodily concept of life that absorbed and is still the authority of Bhagavad. Just see the fun. And Bhagavad Gita teaches in the beginning, you are not this body. And they are in the bodily concept of life that just try to understand what is their position. What they can understand Bhagavad Gita. If one is feeling that I belong to this nation, I belong to this family, I belong to this community, I belong to this cult, I belong to this, I belong to this religion, everything is bodily concept of love. The yogis, they are also trying to understand by bodily exercise. The jnani is also trying to know, understand fully that I am not this body. And the karmis, they cannot understand. They are as animals. The animals cannot understand that he is not body. Actually, the karmis, jnanis, yogis are a little maybe elevated than the animals. That's all. They are on the animal platform, but it is little elevated. So I give this example, perhaps you heard it, that the dry side of the stool, India, they pass stool on the open field. So at the end of the day, because there is sunshine, the upper side of the stool becomes dry, and the lower side is still moist. So somebody says, this side is very good. And he does not know it is stool after all. And this side or that side. So these rascals, they are on the bodily concept of life And they are thinking that I am nationalist, I am yogi, I am this, I am that, and that. This is different. So now you are in the bodily concept of life. You are no better than them. That is the Bhagavad. You are right. Jashyatma buddhi kunapeti dhatuke. Jashyatma buddhi kunapeti dhatuke. Sadhi kalatra dishuho vaijyati. जब तीर्थ बुद्धि सलिले न कर हिचे जनेषु अभिज्ञेषु सैव गोखर. So gokhara means go means cow, khara means ass, animal. So who is that? Now just start with the kunapiti dhatu. This bag of three dhatu, kaho pitta vayu. One thinks that I am this body. I have this body. And in body relation, because in body relation I have got my family, society, children, wife, country, and therefore they are mine. So this Shastra Vidhi Kunapiti Sati. Sati means thinking they are mine. I am God. Sati Kalatradi Kalatra means wife. Through wife we get children, we expand. The Sanskrit word is three. Three means expand. I remain one. As soon as I get wife, I get become two, then three, then four, then five, like that. That is called three. So, our expansion, these expansions, this material expansion, bodily expansion means illusion. Janasya mohoyam aham nameti. This illusion increases. That I am this body and in bodily relation, everything is mine. Aham, aham means I and mama means mine. So long one shall remain in the bodily concept of life, his illusion will increase. It will never decrease. Therefore, the first instruction of Krishna told Arjuna, because if Arjuna would not have been in that position of illusion, that I am this body, and the other side, my brother, my grandfather, my nephew, they are all my relations. How can I kill? This is illusion. Therefore, to dissipate this illusion, darkness, Krishna begins the first lesson that you are not this body. Dehinasmin yathadehi kaumarajo tatha dehantaram prapti. You have to change this body as you have already changed. You have already changed. You are a baby, you change your body to child, you change your body to bio, you change your body to youth, you change your body to old man. Now, after changing the body, as you have already changed so many times, similarly, there is another change. You have to accept another body. Very simple logic. You have already changed. So, tatha dehantaram prapti dhirastatra niyati. Because there is the bodily concept of life, and this body. And the body has no change. Body is changing, is seeing actually in this life. Still, you will not believe that after changing this body, I will get another body. It is very logical. Dehinasmin yathadehi kaumarajo tatha dehantaram. Exactly in the same way, as you have changed so many times this body, I will have to change. Therefore, one who is intelligent he should try to understand that what kind of body I'm going to get next. That is it. But that is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. What kind of body you can get. Janti deva pratadi man, pitrim janti pitri prata, bhute janti bhutan. Manjari bhi janti. If you want to go to the higher planetary system, where demigods live, for hundreds and thousands, millions of years, just like Brahma. Brahma in one day cannot calculate. So in higher planetary system, we have got thousands and thousands of better facility for sense gratification and duration of life, everything. Otherwise, why the Kurmis, they want to go to the heavenly planet? So, Janti Deva Pradad Deva. So if you try to go to the higher planetary system, you can go. There is process. Just like for going to the moon planet, one must be very expert in the karma kanda, spiritual activity. By karma kanda, you get by the resultant action of the past activity, you can be promoted to the moon planet. That is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But you cannot enter moon planet by this process. By force we shall go with this aeroplane and jets and Sputniks. Suppose if I've got a nice motor car in America, if I want to enter in another country forcibly, is it possible? No. You must get the passport, visa, you must get sanction from the government, then you can. Not because that you have got a very good car, you will. So we cannot by force. This is foolish attempt, childish attempt. They cannot go. Therefore nowadays they stop, they do not speak. They are realizing their failure. In this way cannot. So, but there is possibility you can go if you adopt the real process, you can be promoted. Similarly, you can go to the Pitri Loka by offering Sraddha and Pinda. You can go to the Pitri Loka. Similarly, you can remain in this Loka, Bhutejya. Similarly, you can go back to home. So, who is intelligent? And he go ask, what is the benefit by going to the planet, back to Godhead? That is assured in the Bhagavad Gita. Mam upeta kauntya, dukhalayam asasatam na bhavati. If you come to me, then you won't have to accept again this material body, which is full of miserable body. You will remain in the spiritual body. So our Krishna consciousness movement is meant for allowing, elevating all living entities. It is not for all. It is very difficult. But anyone who has accepted this Krishna consciousness movement, if he follows the principle, then he is surely going to home, back to God. There is a. But if you deviate, if you become attracted by Maya, that is your business. But we are giving you information. This is the process, simple process. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, be purified. We remain always liberated from material classes. And Tapkal, Mahamudita, Janma Karma Medibam Jujana. If you simply try to understand Krishna, then Tapkadiham, after quitting this body, Mami, he will come to me. So this is our philosophy. It is very simple, and everything is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. You try to realize and preach this kind for the benefit of the whole world, then everyone will be happy. Thank you.